Hello and welcome back to Practice of Calm. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jake. It's really lovely to have you here with us this evening.
If you are new here, this is a slow English podcast. We speak slowly and we keep our words simple, so you can just relax, listen, and follow along.
You don't need to understand every word. That is completely okay. Just let the language move past you, gently, like a quiet conversation between friends.
And if you like, you can read the words on the screen while you listen. Listening and reading together is a wonderful way to learn a new language.
So take a slow breath. Get comfortable. There is nothing to finish here, and nowhere you need to be tonight.
Our topic tonight is warm and close to the heart. We are going to talk about the meaning of home. What makes a place feel like yours?
Home. Such a small word, but it holds so much. Comfort, belonging, memory, and the people we love most in the world.
We'll talk about childhood homes, the smell of a kitchen, moving away, missing home, making a new place home, and the idea that home is really a feeling, not just a building.
But first, let's look at a few words. We call this part today's words. We will use them many times tonight, so let's learn them now, gently, together.
Our first word is home. Home. It means the place where you live and feel safe, but it can also mean a feeling, the feeling of belonging.
I like that home is both a place and a feeling. For example, after a long trip, it feels so good to come home.
The second word is belong. To belong. It means to feel that you fit somewhere and that you are wanted and accepted. For example, with good friends, we feel like we belong.
That's a warm word, belong. It is the feeling of, yes, I am part of this. I am not a stranger here. It is one of our deepest needs.
The third word is comfort. Comfort. It means a soft, warm, easy feeling with no worry or fear. For example, your favorite chair or a warm blanket gives you comfort.
And the fourth word is memory. A memory. It means something from the past that you remember and keep in your heart. For example, we all carry happy memories of home.
So, again, our 4 words tonight: home, belong, comfort, and memory. Don't worry about remembering them perfectly. You will hear them many times.
Okay, Emma, let's begin with a simple question. When you hear the word home, what is the very first picture that comes into your mind?
For me, it is the kitchen in the house where I grew up. The warm light, the smell of something cooking, and my mother humming a quiet song.
Oh, that is beautiful. It is so interesting that the first thing you picture is not a room. It is a feeling, a warmth, a sense of being safe and cared for.
Yes, exactly. And that is true for so many of us. When we close our eyes and think of home, we do not see walls. We feel something.
Which brings us to one of the big questions for tonight. What actually makes a place a home? Because a house and a home are not the same thing, are they?
No, they are not. A house is just a building. Walls, a roof, some rooms. But a home is something you feel inside. A house becomes a home when love fills it.
I love that. You can have a beautiful, expensive house and still feel lonely inside it. And you can have a tiny, simple room and feel completely at home there.
Exactly. So home is not about how big the place is or how new or how expensive. It is about how it makes you feel. It is about comfort and belonging.
Let's stay with comfort for a moment, Emma, because it is such a big part of home. There is a word in English, cozy. Cozy means warm and comfortable in a small, gentle way.
Oh, I love the word cozy. A cozy room is small and warm and soft, maybe with a blanket and a cup of tea and soft light. It just wraps around you like a hug.
Yes, and home is full of these small, cozy comforts. Your own bed, your favorite cup, the chair you always sit in.
These little things seem so ordinary, but they are the quiet comforts that make a place feel like ours. We hardly notice them until they are gone.
That is so true. When you travel and sleep in a strange bed, you suddenly miss your own pillow. You miss the small comforts you never thought about.
And that missing is actually a beautiful thing. It shows us how much comfort our home was quietly giving us all along.
Now, Emma, you mentioned the smell of a kitchen earlier, and I think smell is one of the most powerful parts of home. Smell goes straight to the heart, doesn't it?
Oh, it really does. A smell can carry you home in a single moment. The smell of bread baking, of coffee in the morning, of rain on warm ground.
Yes. Sometimes I catch a smell on the street, and suddenly I am 8 years old again, in my grandmother's kitchen. The memory comes back so fast and so strong.
That word memory is so important here. A memory is something from the past that we keep in our hearts, and home is full of memories. Maybe that is what makes it home.
I think you may be right. A place becomes home slowly as we fill it with memories. The first home you remember is usually the home you grew up in as a child.
Yes, our childhood home. For many of us, that first home holds the deepest feelings. It is where we learned what safe feels like, where we first felt we belong.
And it is funny how the smallest details stay with us forever. A crack in the ceiling, the sound of a certain door, the spot where the morning light fell.
I can still walk through my childhood home in my mind with my eyes closed. Every room, every corner, even though I have not lived there for many years.
It stays with us, like a map drawn on our hearts. And I think, no matter where we go in life, a part of us always carries that first home inside.
That is so beautiful, Jake. And I think that is why when we are sad or tired or unwell, we often long for home. Even grown adults say, "I just want to go home."
Yes. Something in us, when life gets hard, wants to return to that feeling of being safe and held and cared for, the feeling of home.
Can I share something gentle here? Not everyone has a happy childhood home. For some people, that first home was not safe or warm, and I want to speak kindly to them too.
Thank you for saying that, Emma. It is so important. If your first home was hard, please know that home is not only behind you. You can still build a true home ahead of you.
Yes, this is one of the most hopeful truths there is. Even if you did not have a warm home as a child, you can create one now. Home can be something you build, not only inherit.
And sometimes the homes we build for ourselves, as adults, become the warmest of all. Precisely because we know how much they matter. We do not take them for granted.
That's a beautiful point. So, wherever you are starting from, home is still possible for you. The door is open. Let's talk about how we make a new place feel like home.
Yes, let's. Because most of us move at some point in our lives. We leave one place and arrive at another. And at first, the new place can feel cold and empty.
Oh, I remember that feeling so well. The first night in a new place, the empty rooms, the echo when you speak. It does not feel like home at all yet.
And that is completely normal. A new place is not a home on the first day. A home is not something you buy or move into. It is something that grows slowly over time.
Yes. So if you have just moved somewhere new and it feels lonely, please be patient with yourself. That feeling is normal and it will not last.
So how do we help a new place become home, Emma? What are the small things that turn an empty room into a place where we belong?
Well, it begins with small personal things. A photo of someone you love, a blanket from your old home, a few books on a shelf, little pieces of you around the room.
Yes, those small things carry your memories with you. They say, quietly, "I'm here now." They turn an empty space into your space, a house into your home.
And then there are the small habits, where you put your keys, the corner where you drink your morning coffee. Slowly, you fill the place with your own little routines.
I love that. Home is partly made of habits. the familiar things we do again and again until the place starts to feel known and easy and ours.
There is a lovely word for that feeling, familiar. Familiar means something you know well because you have seen it or done it many times. The familiar feels safe and comfortable.
Yes, a new place feels strange, but after a while it becomes familiar. You know which stair creaks, you know how the light moves through the day, and then it feels like home.
And cooking, I think, is one of the fastest ways to make a place feel like home. The first time you cook a real meal in a new kitchen, the place changes. It warms up.
That is so true. Filling a kitchen with the smell of food and a little warmth brings it to life. Suddenly the empty house feels lived in. It feels loved.
Yes, especially if you cook a dish from your old home, a recipe from your mother or your country. That smell carries your whole past into the new kitchen.
That is a beautiful idea. Cooking the food of home is a way of bringing home with you, wherever you go. The taste, the smell, all those warm memories traveling with you.
Now, Jake, there is a hard feeling we should talk about gently. The feeling of missing home. In English, we have a special word for it, homesick.
Yes, homesick. To be homesick means to feel sad because you are far away from home and you miss it. It is a real ache, deep in the chest. So many people feel it.
It is such a tender feeling. You can be in a wonderful new place and still feel homesick. You miss the people, the streets, the food, the way life used to feel.
And many people listening tonight may know this feeling well. Perhaps you live far from where you grew up. Perhaps you are learning English in a new country.
If that is you, we want you to know something. Feeling homesick is not weakness. It is not a problem with you. It simply means you loved a place and you carry it in your heart.
Yes. Homesickness is really just love, with some distance in between. You would not miss a place you did not love. So the ache is, in a way, a kind of gift.
That is such a gentle way to see it. And the ache softens over time. As your new place becomes familiar and you build new memories, the homesick feeling slowly grows quieter.
And here is something kind you can do when you feel homesick. Call someone from home. Hear a familiar voice. Cook a familiar meal. Look at old photos for a while.
Yes, small bridges back to home. They remind your heart that home is not lost. It is still there, still yours, just a little further away than it used to be.
And over time, something wonderful can happen. You begin to have two homes in your heart, the old one and the new one. Both are real, and both belong to you.
Oh, I love that, Jake. You do not have to choose. Your heart is big enough to hold many homes. The home you came from and the home you are building now.
Now, Emma, I think we have reached the heart of tonight's topic. Because we keep coming back to one truth. Home is not really about a building at all, is it?
No, the more I think about it, the more I believe that home is mostly about people, the people we love, the people who make us feel safe and seen and that we belong.
Yes, you can be in the most beautiful place in the world, all alone, and feel no sense of home. And you can be in a tiny room with the people you love and feel completely at home.
That is exactly it. Home is where the people you love are. There is even an old saying in English, home is where the heart is, and the heart lives in the people we love.
I've always loved that saying. It means home is not on a map. It is wherever your love lives, wherever the people who matter to you are.
And this is why with family or a dear friend, we can feel at home anywhere, in a car, in a park, in a strange city. Their presence makes that place home.
It is the feeling of, with you, I can relax. I do not have to pretend or perform. I can simply be myself. And that, I think, is what home really means.
Yes. Home is the place or the person where you can take off your shoes and let down your guard and just breathe, where you do not have to try to be anyone but yourself.
That phrase, to let down your guard, is a nice one. It means to stop protecting yourself and relax because you feel completely safe. We do that with the people who are home to us.
And it does not have to be many people. Even one person who truly knows and loves you can be home. A partner, a parent, a friend.
And sometimes, for some of us, home is a beloved pet, a dog who is so happy to see you, a cat curled up beside you. They give us that warm belonging too.
Oh, yes. A pet can absolutely be part of home. That feeling of being welcomed, of someone or some creature being glad that you walked through the door. That is home.
Now here's a thought that has stayed with me, Emma. If home is mostly people and feeling, then maybe home is something we can carry with us wherever we go.
Yes, that is one of the most freeing ideas of all. Home is not only a place we leave and miss, it is something we can carry inside us, anywhere.
And this leads to a deeper idea. Beyond the house, beyond even the people, I think there is a home we can build inside ourselves, a home within.
That is such a deep and beautiful thought. A home inside yourself. What do you mean by that, Jake? Tell me more, because I think it matters a lot.
Well, I mean a feeling of being at peace with who you are. When you feel comfortable in your own skin, you carry a kind of home everywhere. You are never quite homeless inside.
Yes, some people are always restless, looking for a place to feel okay. But the deepest home is the quiet peace we make with ourselves.
And that home inside is the one place no one can ever take from you. Houses can be lost, people come and go, but the home you build within yourself stays with you always.
How do we build that, do you think? How do we make a home inside ourselves? Because it does not happen by accident, I think. It takes some gentle care.
I think it starts with being kind to yourself, with speaking to yourself the way you would speak to a dear friend. A home inside is built with self-kindness, not self-criticism.
Yes. If your inner voice is always harsh, your inner home feels cold, like a house where someone is always shouting. But a kind inner voice makes a warm inner home.
That is such a clear way to put it. We can choose, slowly, to make our inner world a gentler place, a place where we are welcome just as we are, a safe home inside.
And when you carry that home inside, the outer world feels less frightening. You can travel or move or face hard days and still feel a quiet steadiness within.
Yes, you become your own safe place, and then, wherever you are already home. That, I think, is the deepest meaning of the word, and the most peaceful one.
Let's bring it back to everyday life for a moment, Jake, because I think home is also found in small daily rituals, the quiet, ordinary things we do every day.
Oh yes, the first cup of tea in the morning, opening the curtains, feeding the cat. These small rituals make our days feel steady and like home.
That word, ritual, just means a thing you do regularly in the same gentle way that feels meaningful. Our small home rituals comfort us even when life outside is uncertain.
Yes, when everything else feels chaotic, those little routines are like a warm thread of home, running through the day. They remind us some things are steady and safe.
And this is why coming home, at the end of the day, feels so good. You close the door behind you, the noise of the world fades, and you can finally breathe out.
That moment of closing the door and feeling your shoulders drop is one of life's quiet pleasures. The day is done. You are home. You can rest now.
It is a small thing, but a deep comfort, and we should treasure it. Not every part of life is gentle, but coming home can be a soft place to land each day.
Emma, I think this is a lovely moment for the little story you wanted to share with us tonight.
Yes, it is about a woman I knew, named Maria. When she was young, she moved far away from her home country to a city where she knew no one and spoke very little of the language.
That must have been so hard. A new country, a new language, and no familiar faces.
It was. For the first year, she felt terribly homesick. Her apartment was empty and quiet. She missed her mother's cooking, her old streets, and the sound of her own language.
The feeling of being a stranger, far from home. So what changed for her over time?
She began with small things. She hung a few photos on the wall, she bought one plant and put it on her windowsill, and she learned to cook one dish from her mother's kitchen.
Small things. A few photos, a plant, a familiar meal.
Yes, and slowly she began to meet people. A kind neighbor, a few friends from her language class. She invited them over and cooked.
And the people made the difference, didn't they?
They made all the difference. One evening, a few years later, she looked around her small apartment full of friends and laughter and the smell of her cooking, and she realized something.
What did she realize?
She realized that, without noticing the exact moment, this strange new place had quietly become home. She belonged here now. She had built a home with her own hands and heart.
What a beautiful story. She did not find a home waiting. She made one, slowly, out of small things, good food, and people who came to love her.
And she still loved her old home and missed it sometimes. But now she had two homes in her heart, and she felt rich, she said, not torn. She belonged in both places.
That is such a hopeful thing to hear, especially for anyone listening tonight who is far from home, in a new place, feeling a little lost. It does get better. Home can grow.
Yes. And speaking of that, Jake, I want to say something gentle to the person listening. The fact that you are here, learning English, is part of building your world and your home.
That's a lovely thought. Learning a new language opens new doors. It helps you make friends and feel that you belong in a new place. It is a quiet act of building a home.
And if you are learning English in a country far from where you grew up, please be kind with yourself. Feeling like a stranger is hard, but it does soften with time.
Word by word, day by day, the new place becomes more familiar. The language becomes more yours, and slowly you begin to feel you belong, that you are home.
And in a small way, we hope this podcast can be a little home for you too. A warm, familiar place you can return to, where you always belong.
That is exactly what we hope, Emma. Now, there is one more gentle idea about home I would love to talk about before we begin to close. The idea that home can change shape over a life.
Oh yes, home is not one fixed thing forever. Over a whole life, we may have many homes. The home of childhood, the first home we make alone, the home we share with a loved one.
And each of those homes holds a different season of our lives. Different memories, different versions of ourselves. We carry them all like rooms in a house inside our hearts.
That is a beautiful image, Jake. And sometimes the homes of our past are gone now. The house is sold, the people have moved on or passed away.
Yes, and that can be tender and sad. We cannot go back to those homes except in memory. But that is exactly why memory is such a gift. The home lives on inside us.
So even a home that is gone is not truly lost. As long as we remember it and carry the warmth of it, it is still ours. Memory keeps our old homes alive and close.
And I find that comforting. The love that filled those homes does not disappear. It stays in us and shapes how we make our new homes and how we love the people in them.
Yes. The comfort of our grandmother's kitchen lives on in how we welcome people now. We pass that warmth forward. In that way, home is something we inherit and something we give.
What a beautiful way to see it. We are all, quietly, building homes for the people who come after us, making memories today that someone will carry for the rest of their life.
Now, Jake, let's give our listeners something simple to actually do, a small practice to carry with them this week.
I love a simple practice, and this one fits our whole topic. This week, do one small thing to make your home feel a little more like yours. Just one small, gentle thing.
Yes, put up a photo of someone you love, Light a candle, tidy one corner, buy a little plant, cook a meal that smells like comfort and memory.
And as you do it, notice how it makes the place feel. Notice the small comfort of it. You are not just decorating a room. You are quietly building home.
And here is a second small practice for the heart. This week, reach out to one person who feels like home. Call them, send a message, tell them you are thinking of them.
Yes, because the people we love are the truest home of all. And those connections, like a home, need a little gentle care to stay warm. One small message can mean so much.
And if you are feeling far from home tonight, be especially gentle with yourself. Do one kind thing for yourself. Make yourself a warm drink. You deserve comfort wherever you are.
And remember, home is not only behind you or only somewhere else. You are building it right now with every small, warm thing you do. Home is always growing around you.
That is such a hopeful note. Wherever you are not without a home. You are simply in the middle of making one, and that is a quiet, beautiful thing to be doing.
One more gentle thought, Emma, before we look back at everything. I think home, in the end, is less a place we find and more a feeling we create and share and carry.
Yes, home is a feeling. The feeling of being safe, of belonging, of comfort, of being known and loved just as you are. And we can find it in many places and many people.
So when you long for home, remember that you carry the seeds of it inside you. The warmth, the love, the memories. You can plant them again anywhere life takes you.
And you never have to feel that home is something only other people have. Home is your birthright. It is yours to build and yours to give for your whole life long.
What a warm thought to rest on. You are not homeless in this world. You carry home with you in your heart, in your habits, in the people you love, and in the kindness you give yourself.
So, whoever you are and wherever you are tonight, please know this. There is a place in this world where you belong, and if you have not found it yet, you are on your way to building it.
And maybe, just for tonight, this calm half hour with us can be a small home for you, a warm room where you are welcome and safe and exactly where you are meant to be.
That feels like a beautiful place to begin to close, Jake. Shall we take a slow moment and look back at everything we talked about tonight?
Let's do that. Let's gently gather it all together before we say goodnight.
We said that a house and a home are not the same thing. A house is a building, but a home is a feeling made of comfort and belonging and love.
We talked about the small comforts of home, your own bed, your favorite cup, the cozy corners, and how we only notice them clearly when we are far away from them.
We talked about how smell and memory carry us home in a moment, and how our childhood home stays with us forever, like a map drawn gently on our hearts.
We said that home can be built, not only inherited. Even if your first home was hard, you can create a warm, true home ahead of you now.
We talked about making a new place feel like home, with small personal things, familiar habits, and especially the warm smell of cooking in your own kitchen.
We spoke gently about feeling homesick, and we remembered that homesickness is really just love, with some distance in between. It softens, with time and new memories.
We found that home is mostly about people. Home is where the heart is. It is wherever we can let down our guard and simply be ourselves with the ones we love.
And we went deeper still, to the home we build inside ourselves, a quiet peace made of self-kindness that no one can ever take from us wherever we go.
We heard about Maria, who moved far away and slowly built a whole new home out of small things, good food, and people who came to love her, and ended with 2 homes in her heart.
Let's also remember tonight's words. Our first word was home, the place where you live and feel safe, and the feeling of belonging there.
Then belong. To feel that you fit somewhere and that you are wanted and accepted. We all need to feel that we belong.
Then comfort, a soft, warm, easy feeling with no worry or fear. Home is full of small, quiet comforts.
And memory. something from the past that you remember and keep in your heart. Memory keeps our old homes alive. 4 gentle words for a warm topic.
Thank you so much for spending this calm half hour with us tonight. We really hope it felt warm and gentle and like a soft place to rest.
And remember, home is not only a place, it is a feeling you can create and carry and share. You hold the seeds of home inside you, always.
So as you go back into your day or your evening, we hope you do one small, warm thing to make your home feel a little more like yours. You deserve that comfort.
If this conversation warmed your heart and helped you learn, please subscribe and give us a like. It really helps the channel and it means a lot to us.
We make a new calm episode like this every week. So if you would like to practice your English gently with us again, we would love to have you back.
You can listen again anytime. Many people play these episodes while they cook or walk or rest before sleep. However you listen, we are so glad you are here with us.
Until next time, be gentle with yourself and remember that wherever there is love, there is home. Take care.
Goodbye for now. From me, Emma.
And from me, Jake. Make a little home wherever you are tonight, and we'll see you next time.